Well guys, I finally got it. I got my MP Shield. Before I start this video, I do want to thank a lot of my select friends and soldiers who pitched in to get me this weapon system. For all you guys that may not know, a lot of my friends pitched in and they knew how much I wanted an MP Shield, and I ended up getting like 400 bucks and I was able to get this weapon system. So I'm going to do a quick unboxing of this weapon system. As you guys all know, here's the weapon. Talk a little bit about it and why I chose that over the KAHR CM9. Here's the manual, which is always important. Registration card, NRA card, of course your other magazine, 7-round magazine, your lock, and your spent casing comes from the factory. Okay guys, so let me open this thing up real here. Let me set up my camera. Do apologize for that. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about this weapon system. Okay, so you guys all know it is unloaded. So we're going to talk a little bit about this weapon system, the MP Shield, guys, and why I chose this weapon over the KAHR CM9. First of all, they're all about the same price range. This one ended up costing me about $440. Paid pretty much close to MSRP. Usually that's the case here in California, or other than that, we end up paying about 100 bucks more for everything else. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the features of this weapon system and why I chose this over the KAHR CM9. There's one major factor that made me really realize that this is probably the best weapon for me. They both, of course, are American manufacturers, but I'm going to talk a little bit about this weapon system and what is the one thing that led me to definitely purchase this weapon. As you guys all know, the trigger mechanism for this one is very similar. I mean, it's kind of like has kind of like the same concept as a Glock, although it's not like a Glock. But as you guys can see, I'm pushing the trigger here to the bottom portion of the trigger, and it activates a small little lip. I don't know if you guys can see that, that little lip right there. So that's how it ends up activating the trigger. Of course, this is a strike fire weapon, so we're gonna do the gonna push the trigger. So you guys can see, it's a good crisp trigger. Okay. So the reset, that's reset right there, guys. And with the KAHR, I was not getting that. I was getting almost a full pull before it reset. And to me, if you ever get yourself in a firefight, and myself, I've been in a firefight and it's not good. Not with a pistol, mostly with rifle, because I'm in the military. I've been to Iraq about 3 times, so you know, I've been through some firefights in my life, so I know the importance of trigger reset and all that good stuff. So that was really my biggest factor as to why I purchased this weapon system. But there's other factors that I really like about it. I like the fact that the grip. I mean, this hand. I mean, this gun just fits in my hand so well, you know. And I noticed people, the way this gun was designed, even people who have fat hands, who have big hands, has a tendency of being able to handle this weapon and be comfortable for them, which is always a very big factor. Of course, this is not like the other MMPs that have the additional grips, you know, that are tailored to your hand. But actually, the way this gun was designed is actually really good. Of course, also another thing that I like about it is how thin it is. I mean, this is really thin, especially for concealment purposes. This is really good. And of course, the 3-dot sights, guys. 3-dot sights are really nice and not cheap. I'm glad that Smith & Wesson took their time and did something really nice here. So of course, it has your, like I told you, a striker fire weapon, a double action trigger. I do like the serration on the slides. For some reason, this works for me. I just feel like it's a better grip than a Glock, and I'm a Glock fanboy, guys. I love Glocks, but they don't have the same type of slide grip like this one does. Of course, it has your safety. This is a very hard safety, so you really don't need it, and there's times where you need it or you don't need it. This is your slide lock, and this is your takedown knob. Okay, I'm not going to break it down, guys. I'm just going to try to make it as short as I can on this video. This one, because it's a California model, it's a little different. This is your chamber indicator, and of course this one has it where this little bar comes up and it tells you that it's loaded. Other weapons that you see out there will have a small little hole right here where you can see if there's a round in the chamber, but they both work. You know, California has a tendency of being a little anal about everything they fucking do. But this is a really nice weapon system. It has a scan serial number, and of course your serial number, which is always nice. But this weapon system, like I was telling you guys, it's really good for the money. For the money that you pay for this weapon. I mean, this is MSRP $449, and in most of the places in the United States you might even find it cheaper. So this is actually a really cool weapon. Before you decide to start carrying this conceal, you know, Smith & Wesson and also myself recommend you shoot this for about at least 200 rounds through it. I'm probably going to shoot about 300 rounds on it just so I can get it good and going. And then after that, I'll definitely make it my concealed weapon. Definitely do a shooting video on this and give you guys my take on this stuff. But like I tell you, I'm very happy with this purchase. Very happy with the way everything came out. I think the only issue that I'm gonna have, and I already noticed that, I loaded my magazine earlier, and I was putting it into the weapon system. I noticed it was really hard to get in there. So definitely, I just think it's more like anything else. You got to work the weapon, and this is why they tell you to break it in, you know, at least 200 rounds, so that all the mechanisms start working and are not so tough and rigid anymore. So also another thing I would definitely recommend you guys do is get yourself some really good personal defense ammo. I got myself some Spear Gold Dot. This is 124 9mm. Of course, the Shield, they make this in a 9mm, and they also make it in a 40. I've shot the 40, and although the 40 shoots really well, I decided to go with the 9mm. I just think it's a much better round, and it has a tendency of not wearing and tearing your weapon system like a 40 does. You know, like James Jagger says, 40 suck, and I kind of have to agree with him on that, to be honest with you. So okay guys, I think I pretty much nailed it, talked about everything that I needed to talk about this weapon system. I'm very happy with it, and you know, Santa came early to my house, and just wanted to show you guys my new weapon. And you know, thank you for watching, and like always, God bless you. God bless the United States of America, and I'm out.